Oh hey, you're back. Well, as you may recall, we were working on Brackeys 2025.1 Game Jam. As soon as I got out of work, I hopped onto Photoshop and finished the arena level and created the player character. Sadly, I forgot to hit record on OBS. I was a bit rushed. I hadn't realized I only had 2 days left to finish the assets. By the time OBS was recording again, I was working on the enemy. As you can see, I didn't draw out the entire body, and it may look like a super long torso, but for the prototype, I didn't need to create any legs. Otherwise, I would then have to find a way to animate them, so I kept the scope of this enemy pretty small. Using some reference images, I created a helmet that reminded me a little bit of The Rocketeer, if you've ever seen that movie. Actually, I wonder if the helmet from that movie was inspired by these types of gladiator helmets. Next, I was going to work on a shield, because the enemy would have to have its own shield, and of course the arms, but I tried to keep it simple, because again, the thing is, animation would be very, very tricky. For the hands, you can see they're just circles, and there we are actually putting this shield together. And it had to look a little bit different from the player's shield, so I tried to be creative, and the most creative part I got was those little spiky thingamajigs. Now, if drawing is not my strong point, animation is like 10 times worse. I don't know what the heck I was trying to do here, but hey, you just have to make it look like it's moving, so I added that blur effect here. Now, of course, in the spirit of nothing can go wrong, I created the rubber chicken weapon for comedic effect. And I think that's pretty much all we did. Anyway, there's probably a much better way to animate, and if you have any suggestions or recommendations, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you gotta say about that. So, oof, that's terrible.